Is interest paid by the Fed paid in dollars or bank reserves? Well, I mean, bank reserves are denominated in dollars, but it's going to be bank reserves because that's the only thing the Fed can print. So it depends on how you're defining. So then the question says, is RRP actually money printing? It depends on how you're defining that. And most people define that. Most people don't even have a definition for it. But if you really had to sit them down and get an answer from them, a clear answer, it would most likely be, are there more currency units in the real economy chasing goods and services? So I think most people's, if M2 increased, that would be a necessary requirement for it to be quote unquote money printing. So then the question becomes, does RRP impact M2? No, in fact, it decreases. You could argue that it decreases M2. I mean, you could argue that it takes, well, not argue, it's a fact that it does take bank reserves off the bank's balance sheets. So you could argue it's the opposite of money printing. You could argue that it's QT. But I think the main point that I want to make is when you're asking yourself, is it money printing? Just ask yourself, how does it impact M2? And if there is no impact on M2 whatsoever, in my mind, I think that if the average Joe and Jane actually, if you could kind of get them to commit to an answer as to what is money printing, that's kind of how they would view it. So that's kind of where I start. Does it impact M2? Yes or no? In fact, that would kind of be interesting is if I did live in the States, to just walk down the street of like a city center, like Nashville or Miami or something like that, and just go there with like a camera and like a mic and just go up to like 100 people and just ask them, what is money printing? Or what would constitute money printing? And I can't even imagine the answers I would get. But my guess is they wouldn't be, the majority of them would be completely incoherent.